Team Affinity Chapter 3 dropped in MLB The Show 24, and in this video, we are going to break down the fastest ways to complete Team Affinity, some of the cards you want to target first, as well as some tips going into Season 3 that you want to prepare for if you want to make sure that you have the best squad going on later into the year. Let's get into it. So the Chapter 3 Team Affinity drop features the new action figure series featuring one player from every single team that you can earn throughout, culminating in a pretty crazy collection. Now, regardless if you stepped away for a month or two, the one good thing that does come from the content structure that MLB has gone with this year is that you've really just got to pay attention to the 99 Team Affinity drops as well as the 99 section of each season, because once Season 4 hits, you can use any of those cards, so it's very important that you want to make sure you acquire all of the 99 cards that you can. That way, if you are playing later on in the year, you're going to have complete freedom of your lineup. Now, by completing this Team Affinity, getting all 30 players, and more on that in just a little bit, the collection does offer some pretty fantastic rewards. At 5 Chapter 3 Team Affinity cards collected, you will get a 2024 MLB Draft Choice Pack that does feature Travis Bazzana. At 10, you will get a Home Run Derby Pack from the All-Star Game. 15 will net you a 2024 All-Star Pack featuring my dude, Jarren Duran. And then at 20, you will get a 99 overall Max Scherzer that's got great hits per 9 and Ks per 9, as well as a pretty good fastball, has the cutter circle change as well. The control is all fantastic, much to what you would expect from a Max Scherzer card. At 25 cards collected, you will get a Home Stretch Choice Pack, giving you some shots at some of the other 99s, like the 99 Billy Wagner. And then finally, by collecting 30 of the action figure 99 overalls, you will get the 99 overall Miami Marlins Giancarlo Stanton, which is essentially a perfect hitter card across the board. He does have that gigantic strike zone because he's so tall, but you can't complain with 125 pretty much everything. Now let's talk about Team Affinity and completing it in the fastest way possible. Again, the bump that we got from the prior releases in terms of the bonus from doing moments, you will get 15,000 Team Affinity points just by completing the 5 moments for each of the bosses. So we'll do the AL East, for example. You can get 15,000 done very quickly. All of these are very easy to complete. Now, if you are very adept at the game and you think that you can do the extreme moments, go ahead and give it a shot. But for the majority of the player base, 2 home runs on Hall of Fame with Carlos Delgado is going to be pretty tough. And the bad part is that while you're doing it, even while you're failing, you're not really gaining anything. So it's really just wasted time until you complete it. You've also got the Extreme Showdown. And again, while this does offer 20,000 Team Affinity points across all of the Team Affinity divisions, again, not something I would recommend unless you are someone that plays on Hall of Fame, just because it can be very difficult to complete. And again, if you fail at it, you've just wasted your time. When it comes to player exchanges, I would never recommend doing the player exchanges unless you're rich and you've completed the live series collection. In my opinion, I'd rather just sell all the cards. It's how I was able to acquire almost 800,000 stubs while completing the live series collection. But if you've got a ton of extras, go ahead. There's really no harm in it. But here's the strategy that I would recommend. Now, completing the Conquest is always going to be something that I focus on first, just because it is so easy to do, and you can stack as many things as possible to really snowball your Team Affinity points. So during your first run through of the Chapter 3 Conquest, I would do this in terms of stacking my lineup. Now, this is going to depend on if you've completed the prior Team Affinities throughout Season 2. If you're just coming back to the game now, then there's a different strategy. But what I would do is load your entire lineup with as many bosses as you can from Chapter 1 and Chapter 2's Team Affinity list. So for the AL East, you've got Santander, Casas, Frazier, Yarborough, Bichette, Burns, Houck, Soto, Paredes, Guerrero, Ripken, Ortiz, Williams, Pena, and Delgado. Now you'll have to earn those. You want to load your lineup with that. The reason why you want to do that is you'll get 5,000 Team Affinity points for every 500 parallel XP that you get with all of those players combined. But more importantly is at 1,000 parallel XP, you will get an additional 7,500. And every time that you complete this one, as long as you've got the bosses in your lineup, you're getting another 5,000 each time. They're repeatable. Now, where you really want to pay attention is these total bases that are extreme. You need 100 total bases with each team, and that will get you 35,000 Team Affinity points. For this, I would fill in the rest of your lineup with one specific team. So I'm going to do the Yankees here, and I'll show you what I did with my lineup. Here is the lineup that I'm using for the AL East, just to grind it out and get it done as fast as possible. Again, every single boss that you have available to you. So Guerrero, Juan Soto, Frazier, Santander, Cassis, Paredes, Bo Bichette, and then the remaining spots that you have open in your lineup, DH as well as catcher. I threw 2 more Yankees in because that will help with the total bases of the Yankees. That isn't repeatable, but it does take quite a while to get 100 total bases in Conquest. The reason why Conquest is so easy is because you could just play on veteran or rookie, and you just want to have one of the bosses from that division. So I use Tanner Houck. He's one of my favorite players in real life. Just continually use him over and over again. As long as he is a boss for that division, he'll be counting towards the Ks and everything that you need, as well as the parallel XP to help that go a little bit faster. Now, you can also do Team Affinity mini seasons if you want to do the long grind. It's a little too long for me, but again, you will get a gigantic bump to your Team Affinity for whatever division you're doing by going through mini seasons, using the vouchers and cashing those in. Now, again, if you've taken some time off from the game like I have, and you come back, once you've completed the Chapter 3 Team Affinity map, keep doing the same format with whatever division you're working on, and complete all of the other conquests that you don't have finished, including the City Connect ones. I've done almost all of them, but you can go through and just, as long as you are stacking content that you can cash in for other things, you want to keep doing that because of the packs, especially in like the Shark map where you can earn like home run derby packs and things like that. Definitely want to make sure that you're getting that finished, as well as working towards Affinity. Now, if you do want to grind it out as fast as possible, you can always go play versus CPU, play against the White Sox on whatever Mickey Mouse park that you want, and just crush all of those objectives as fast as possible. The only reason I don't suggest this is because when you complete the Conquest map, you get it for all divisions, and all the other Conquest maps offer a lot of other packs and things like that. So unless you've completed all of that content, I would suggest going that route. If you have completed all of the Conquest maps, then yeah, you just want to keep redoing this over and over again. Now I want to talk about preparing for Season 3, because it is right around the corner. Everything is going to reset. All of our diamonds are going to go back to 89 in terms of the ones that we're using, except for a few wildcard spots, obviously. But as you can see, I've got 740,000 stubs, and I've completed the Live Series collection. Here is what I would recommend that you do. We're at a point now where if you haven't completed the Live Series collection, I probably wouldn't, because the real advantage of completing the Live Series collection is really being able to use Babe Ruth at the beginning of the year, or whenever, because you get an additional 99 when everyone else is using 89s, essentially, and he can pitch, obviously, but he loses his advantage as we go further and further on until the year, especially in Season 4, when you can use any card you want. What I would recommend is pay attention to the massively popular 99 overall cards right now. So, for example, if you take a look at the marketplace, the one that really stings me that I didn't take advantage of was because of the new format of changing over to seasons. Season 1 cards offer much less value once Season 2 kicks in, because you have to wild card spot them, and you only have so many of those. However, you also have to remember that at the end of the game in Season 4 and in the final months of the game, if you are someone that is going to play all year round, and or maybe even come back then, you can use all of those cards in your lineup. They don't have to be in a wild card spot. So, cards like Adley Rutschman from Season 1, a switch hitting 99 overall catcher, great stats like this, definitely a card that you could get for around 150,000 stubs when the card came out, and now he's going for basically 300k. Same goes for the 99 Johnny Cueto that you could earn, going for a buy now of 375,000, which is insane. And again, the reason why the 99s hold their value is because you can use them at the end of the year. The cards a little bit lower, those aren't going to hold their value, because other than like precise theme teams, it won't really matter. So for example, this 99 Jaron Duran, he's currently going for like 70,000 sell now, because you can still get packs and get him. Once Season 2 is done, I guarantee his card is one of the more expensive once he's out of packs and Season 3 begins. Which brings me to the rewards for ranked events and Battle Royale. First, let's talk about events. With 15 wins in this event, you're going to get the 99 Andy Cooper, who's got 105 hits per 9, 98K per 9, with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, 78-mile screwball, and 80-mile-an-hour changeup, which is just nasty in terms of the velocity discrepancy, and then a 95 overall sinker that he can locate quite well. You've also got the 97 Kyle Teal, which will go great for the Red Sox theme team, but a card at 99, again, is worth going after. If you haven't participated in a lot of the events throughout the year, I understand. It is hard to just continually grind the same things over and over again. The 99s are worth grinding for. It's really the ranked season rewards that are extremely juiced. So even if you are not a ranked season player or someone that likes to play online, I would really try and push it during this ranked season. We've got 25 days left at the time of this recording, and the reason being is that 75 ranked season points, you've got the The 99 Adam Dunn, who has one of the best swings in the game and is just crazy hitting stats that you can get at 75. And then obviously at 100, Josh Gibson, who can play almost every position with 125 power both sides, 106 contact versus righties, 110 versus lefties. This is just an insane card, especially for a catcher, and will definitely hold his value. On top of that, the 99 Yohan Santana comes with 113 hits per 9, 106 K per 9, 102 walks per 9, 125 pitching clutch, and a fastball at 95 with a circle change at 78. Also has the sinker and cutter, so all of the meta pitches you need with almost exact control and great break on that circle change. Again, definitely cards that I would try and acquire this rank seasons, even if you are not someone that is particularly great online. And if you struggle online, try watching my hitting tips video. It's been one of the most well-received videos that I've ever put together. This one can be done a little bit slower, but the lightning card for July, the 99 Brent Doyle, is a stud. Again, they released a ton of great cards over this last little while. 99 speed, 99 fielding, great hitting stats across the board. And again, you can earn them by just completing all of the season award programs. And these can be done very quickly by doing the same method I just showed you for Team Affinity, but just with the season award and Tops Now cards. But when it comes to using your stubs, this would be the only time in which I would recommend chasing the 99 cards that come out, whether it's the headliners or the season award cards, simply because these cards will be used again at the later stages of the game, and they're going to be more expensive if they are ones that feature like extremely meta abilities or attributes. The Xavier Edwards, for example, switch hitters are always extremely popular, and he's got perfect contact from both sides of the plate and 90 speed, currently going for about 70,000 stubs. Again, if you're sitting on a ton and you finish the live series collection, it's probably going to go up once season 3 begins. Now, when it comes to which Team Affinity to focus on first, there are a few like standout hitters like this Tony Clark at 99. Again, a switch hitting first baseman that has just fantastic hitting stats across the board. You've also got Ryan Braun from the Brewers, who has one of the better swings in the game always, and he can play at multiple different positions. If you're just focusing on whatever is the fastest in terms of completing, you always want to take the pitcher first because it's far easier to just get the strikeouts required to get the big bump in Team Affinity points. So for example, you can get 5 strikeouts with Seaver, that'll get you 12,500. Maddox as well, that's 25,000 Team Affinity points. If those are your first 2 bosses, you get those finished and then work on your hitters. Me personally, as a Red Sox fan, my man David Ortiz has always got a fantastic swing. Cannot wait to use this card. However, you also have Bernie Williams. Again, great switch hitter, always going to be a popular pick. And I've used him on the switch hitter team. Great card, the 90 overall. So I hope this helps break down Chapter 3 of Season 2. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below in terms of the content so far at MLB The Show 24. See you next time. Have a good one.